and Fez show, giving out an iPod in just a few moments.
Wendell, did you have an update?
Yeah, nothing special about the storms, but explaining a little bit what's going on here.
Yeah.
We monitored the National Weather Service and WTOP. The TOP's been having some issues with their equipment, so we've been winding up retransmitting each alert twice.
Oh, is that right?
The Weather Service once from them. That's why it seems so voluminous.
Yeah, it does seem like it's voluminous.
I've called over there, and they're working on it.
And voluptuous.
Yeah, hey, it's. I called over there. They're working on it, and I'm going to talk to a guy tomorrow and see what the deal is.
Yeah, here's what I say.
Yeah, wait till tomorrow.
Better this way. It is better safe than sorry. If anybody does die as a result of these, it's their fault. No, I don't mean.
Yes, let's not even joke. Never joke about that. I've heard of shock jocks. Why do we have a shock engineer where the engineer comes in?
I'm so uncomfortable.
So that's the G leg. That's just the Jimmy leg.
It's going tonight.
All right, we're giving out that iPod just a few moments, and also we'll be talking to Tim Callahan about secret origins of the Bible. That's all come up. Now, Fez, you can see the amount of people sending me IMs right now on Ron and Fez at AOL.com on our AOL for broadband. So I haven't been able to keep up with all of them. And I'm just clicking through during the commercials. I find one from Mikey where he's just furious, Mikey D, saying, all right, I guess I've been on the pay no mind list lately. The pay no mind list is my joke, Mikey. So he signed off. Why, he's furious that I'm not IMing him back in the middle of a radio show and tornado.
Mike, we don't have enough to do running around here. I'm trying to get Sid in the root cellar. He's just jealous because Black Girl was staying in my house all weekend and we had the best time.
Did you really?
I had a great time with Earl. My ears are a little sprained from listening to him chat.
You know what they say, Fez, once you go black.
Don't go back?
Mm-hmm. I like my women like I like my coffee, with really low self-esteem. I don't know why. I like them both that way. All right, we'll take a few more of these and we'll give it out, Fez. Who are the leaders so far?
Some of the leaders we have is Wesley, who ended up with a branch on the butt cheek. Also, Rick, he was out in the ocean trying to relieve himself. He got hit by a wave and broke his ankle.
All right, we'll see who's going to end up winning this. Here's Noel. Noel, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Noel.
Hi, buddies. How are you?
Hey, buddy. Hey, girl buddy. Let's start and call chicks girl buddies and see if that catches on.
I was at my cousin's football game, and it started to rain, just like this horrible storm we're experiencing now, and everybody started making a mad dash down the bleachers. Well, those things are made out of tin, and they're very slippery when wet. Tumble,
like
tumble,
you.
tumble, tumble, tumble. And instead of trying to help me, my dad videotapes the whole entire thing. So now I'm at the bottom of the thing, and I'm very upset. And so it's not very too embarrassing, but my dad sells the tape to the local news show, and they put it on the
No.
Wow, local funny videos.
How much did he get it for?
Oh, it was, $2. It was like nothing, nothing.
I would love to see the tape.
I'm like 13 years old, and everybody in the town in Pennsylvania just knows me. And
that's the dumb girl.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you in because your dad's so cruel.
Thank you.
Yeah, anyone whose dad's that mean.
Do you know when your klutziness will be coming out on DVD?
Your klutziness. Here's Brian. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Hey, girl, buddy.
Hey.
Hi, Fez. If I can't make up a new slang thing without you ruining it, and it hurts. I'm going to tell you right now, it hurts. And I think it's great. You have a sense of humor, but when everybody doesn't laugh, I don't think it's a joke. Me and Sid feel the same way. By the way, during the commercial break with the tornado warnings, Fezzy hit himself under Sid, which I think is wrong.
I thought that was the safest place to go.
Go ahead, Brian.
All right, so instead of going for a gross out here, I went for, life scarring.
Sure.
I was about 15 years old. Not a real social guy, but I got my first date, and I can't drive because I'm only 15. So my big brother takes a date, and we all go to putt-putt, mini golf. And
hot.
Exactly. Well, what are you going to do? I'm 15. I can't go on to a kegger or anything. Anyway.
No, you can't.
Don't make me a bad person. Anyway, I got so excited because there was at putt-putt, if you get a hole-in-one, they give you some coupons and some extra tokens for the video game.
What happened to you?
Well, I hit a hole-in-one, and I took off. I was so excited I took off for the counter, and I caught my foot on one of the rails. and ended up falling and snapping my arm in 2 places over the rail at the putt-putt during my very first date.
All right, maybe, let's see this. You broke your arm playing putt-putt golf. Maybe Fez is right and you're a girl buddy. I can't imagine anything worse than this.
Did you cry in front of your girl?
Oh, absolutely. It gets worse. My brother, instead of, like, calling my parents or, you know, taking these girls home, takes me and the 2 girls to the emergency room. I'm sitting there waiting to get in the emergency room, sobbing in front of these 2 girls who are sitting there just...
Great.
God knows what they're saying. I mean, I didn't go on a date for like another 3 years. It was the most embarrassing thing in my life.
I think the same thing happens to John Daly when he golfs. He just
no, that's when he drinks.
He tends to just fall down.
Yeah, you're going to enter the finals. A guy, first of all, crying in front of a chick, I can't understand it. I just can't understand it. You should take a bullet and not cry in front of a chick. There's only 2 times in life when you're allowed to cry as a man. When your dad dies and your football team loses and you had a lot of money laying on it. That's the only 2 times that you're allowed to sit there and cry. That's it for you. Here's Jim. You're on Ron and Fez.
Buddies, how are you?
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, 2 weeks before my freshman year in high school, summer marching band practice.
That's embarrassing enough.
I'm banging on the bass drum like I'm trying to win a prize and step in a pothole and go right over the drum. The drum lands on the ground. I land on top of it.
And start to roll?
And, well, actually, that fits in a little bit later. I bailed off to the side, and as I'm laying on my back in the parking lot, watching the humiliation of myself in front of the flute section, I dismantle myself. Bruised ribs is what I ended up with. In the nickname Drum Roll for the next 4 years.
Drum Roll, I love you. You're going in. That is one embarrassing injury. You get hurt playing a bass drum while you're wearing that big stupid fur hat.
Then you get mocked by the woodwind section.
Why wouldn't they start calling you Drum Roll?
Like they got any reason to point.
That literally should be in a movie. That's dumb enough to be in a movie. Now let's take one more. Here's William. William, what do you got for us, buddy?
Hey, buddies. When I was a teenager, I went on a camping trip, and some friends of mine and I, we had BB guns.
How cool.
And my BB gun was empty. It just had a little gas left in it. It was really hot outside, so I was kind of shooting myself with the little puffs of air in my face. I set the gun down, and it was still sweaty. I picked it back up and stuck it in my pants and shot myself in the crotch, but I picked up a friend's gun that was loaded. The BB is still in there. And I've had to explain this lump for the last 20 years of my life to every woman I've ever been with.
Wow. Yeah, you're going in for that. The fact that you... But I think it would be cool to say, I got a third one, but it's a BB. Yeah, you're going in. All right, Fez, you got a difficult job in front of you.
This is tough. This is for the Apple iPod, courtesy of AOL for Broadband. If you want to check out the AOL for Broadband, you can get a free trial by calling 1-800-297-1025.
Wow, very cool. There's the big music.
And our winner of the iPod is Brian, who was taking in helium balloons, sang Lionel Richie on stage, got too high and fell into the buffet and was screaming in his high helium voice.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Brian.
Like the fly. Like the fly had an accident. My favorite part of that is that he was singing a Lionel Richie tune. To me, that's more embarrassing than Drum Roll. Although I got news for you. I'd have to give this to Drum Roll. Drum Roll to me was the funniest story. I'm sorry for him. What a dink. What a stupid dink.
So congratulations, Brian. Enjoy your Apple iPod.
All right, coming up next, we got Tim Callahan's Secret Origins of the Bible. Let me bring all the guys in. I haven't checked everybody. We're running along. Whether you think the Bible is actual fact, historical fact, or would you say it's mythology? Now, with you, Fez?
Actual fact.
100%. You said you learned it as a kid, and you never once questioned it.
No, I've never questioned it because I think anyone I've known, growing up, has always said the same thing to me. There was never anyone around who ever questioned it. I've always taken it as total fact.
But even as you got past, I understand when you're 8 or 9, you believe what you're told. But it never says to you, you never think to yourself, hey, I'm kind of curious about my own spirituality. It just never happens for you.
When I did get curious, that's when I read the Bible cover to cover.
Yeah, but while you were curious, when you're reading the Bible, you don't read any of these really, I don't want to say far-fetched. There's got to be, let's just say, fantastic stories, and say to yourself, wait a minute, how could that even happen?
There was definitely times when I got confused. And I didn't understand things in the Bible.
About your own sexuality?
No, not about my own sexuality. But like in the Old Testament, when the children of Israel went to the Promised Land, and it was go and kill 50,000 Philistines from a God who just told these people, thou shalt not kill.
Right. But, that would be a moral thing.
Right,
you know
that's where I was conflicted.
I'm not talking about the morality even of it, but just the fact that if you have to believe this word for word, and a lot of people do, to me it sounds like, well, you're believing in some really fantastic things other than just the mythology of it. Let me check with Wonder Boy. Where do you go on it?
I think it's a mythology. It's not fact. The Bible is not fact.
All of it is not fact for you? Was there a Jesus?
Yeah, I would say there's a Jesus, but and some of the things might be fact. He might have been 33 or he might have lived a certain place, but so much of it was made just to convince people of certain things. I think it's mostly true.
Was that Jesus the Son of God?
That's I don't know in my own life. No, I don't know in my own life, but the actual anecdotes in the book I think aren't true.
So your thing is there's no way to tell whether he's the Son of God. You can't really tell. Because of some of the fantastical stories that surround him.
Yeah, whether he's the Son of God, it's completely independent of what's written in that book, I feel like, because you can't go on it.
Let me check with the Dubs.
I believe that most of the things that happened in there actually happened, but they became like fishing tales where,
bigger than life fishing tales.
Like a lot of stuff like the rain, like how flooded it was and everything. Really wasn't that bad. It was just a real bad downpour.
Like we're having tonight.
But then the older people, oh, damn, we had rain. We had to build a boat. We had to build a boat and start putting every animal in it. Because they're getting asked questions. And suddenly now it's like the Rod Stewart or Richard Gere's story where you have to keep lying more and more and more.
Or like the David and Goliath. The guy was probably like 6'5", fighting a guy who was 5'4".
And it just gets bigger and bigger as time goes on. Well, I'd read something about just Jesus probably was 5 foot tops. When you see all the pictures of him, But people at that time were much, much smaller than we are now. And yet, why, if you're going to do a movie, Mel Gibson, why wouldn't you do it all with really small people? I'm not saying midgets, but slight men. A jockey plays Christ. Let's go to Big Sid.
I do believe in everything in the Bible, but it is written by different people from a different time, and so it's hard to interpret their perspective from it.
So you're saying are you going along with J-Dubs where it could be somewhat blown out of proportion?
I don't say as much blown out of proportion, but they wouldn't describe it the same way that we would now.
You think something got lost in the translation?
Yes.
Yeah, because he told me yesterday when I asked him, he said, I believe in everything. And I said, what about the flood? And he goes, well, it was just where the humans were in that area. So that's why it wouldn't cover the world. And I go, well, there was humans in America and England. And he goes like this. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know. It's probably fake then. that quick it is to break his faith. It takes a moment to break his faith. All right, what's the angle of this going to be? Because you've talked to the guy, right, Wonder Boy?
Yeah, he wants...
Turn your own mic on.
Sorry.
You edge.
I cough a lot. I turn it down. He wants to talk to us about some of the parallels between the Greek and Roman myths of the time and what ended up being in the Bible and how similar a lot of that.
So is that the angle he wants us to take with him, or he can answer any question?
Well, he can answer any question, but yeah, that's the angle. That's the suggested angle. Also,
I bet he can't answer any question.
He can't answer it right, but I'm sure he does something.
I'm going to give him a math question and see how he does that. And then my thing is going to be, what is X? All right, so secret origins of the Bible. We'll be right back with Tim Callahan. It's the Ron and Fez Show.
106.7 FM. WJFK.
Ron and Fez here for Cox Digital Cable. More than 250 channels of the latest home entertainment.
Everything you want to say now. You have 250 channels. I don't sleep anymore, Fuzzy. I just sit there watching cable. From the time I wake up, 24 hours later.
There's no reason not to be in touch with the entertainment world now. You have all this technology available to you in digital quality. So go ahead, pick it up, get ready.
And I don't care what's happening out my window. I'd rather look at the TV. If there's I figure it this way: if there's something really important in my neighborhood, it'll end up being on television, and I don't have to look outside.
Cox Digital Cable. It's a window to the world.
What's that mean when you say stuff like that?
Like your TV's a window, but you're looking at the world.
Well, why do you need to sum everything up like you're a commercial is what always confuses me.
Free local channels, no equipment to buy, high-definition service that gives you the free local channels in high def with no unsightly antenna. That's a nice part.
Yeah, I can't live with a dish. It's too embarrassing. You got a big dish on your house. Stupid.
Cox Digital Cable. Give them a call, 703-480-6244, or you can visit them online at cox.com/Fairfax. Cox Digital Cable.